Okay. All right. If we're good to go, then I'll move on. Okay. So to wrap up this topic, I wanted to run through a list of the most commonly recommended prep work. I will say this really is a list for a more balanced market, which means more, balanced sellers, buyers market. Obviously, right now we are in a seller's market, so it is a little bit different. There are, yeah, so I'm going to go through the whole list anyway, and I'll highlight actually the ones I put here in bold as we go through the list are the ones that I'm recommending in this market as well. So there are factors that come into play depending on what I recommend. And even in this market, I may recommend all of them if you're in a market, in a neighborhood that has, super high desirability and homes are selling top dollar. But ultimately, my recommendations, like I said before, are going to depend on neighborhood comparables and condition, personal motivation, available equity, etc. So as to whether I recommend any, some, or none of the work listed here. So that includes decluttering and depersonalizing. This one I have in bold because I recommend this no matter what. Clear off your countertops, hide any of your photos. So take, your photos off the walls. Open up floor space as much as possible. That's why we're saying get rid of all your old furniture. Very important to declutter. Depersonalizing is a question that I get a lot. Sorry, just let me know. So decluttering, depersonalizing is a question that I get a lot. It's, I have photos on the wall. Do I have to take them down? Honestly, I say yes. When in doubt, yes. I think it is nice for a buyer to come in and see, oh, how nice the family lives here. How sweet, makes it feel warm. That's a personal preference. But for a couple of reasons, it might be better to take it down and replace it with some other nice, art piece or, cute little, little tchotchke on the wall. Security, people are, if you don't want necessarily for anyone to know that you're the seller of that home, you may want to take down all your photos just so that they don't know it's your home. The second, it is a distraction, whether you know it or not, or believe it or not. Buyers come through the homes and immediately they're looking at your photos. Do I know this person? I grew up in town. Have I seen them at the store? Oh, I babysat their kid. Who knows? There's a million different, things that come up, but they're distracted by your photos. They're not focusing on your home. They're saying they're looking at the wall instead of looking at your nice big open floor plan. So as a distraction item, that's really my number one thing. You want to take out that the personalization simply so that it's not distracting. Okay, gray and white paint. So Benjamin Moore, Swiss Coffee, and Sherwin-Williams Agreeable Gray are very popular ones for walls in matte finish. Bright white for trim, doors, and semi-gloss, flat white for ceilings. So I think this all can come into play. Again, in this market, your home will sell regardless of the paint color. That's my recommendation. Again, it will depend. It will be a case-by-case basis, but generally it's going to sell no matter what your color of your wall is. Flooring, you may want to refinish any worn hardwoods or replace any older or non-neutral carpet with light gray, beige, white, maybe a medium pile, medium quality carpet and then with a high quality pad. Paint the kitchen or the bathroom cabinets white or gray. Add new pulls or handles to cabinets and drawers. Replace older light fixtures, faucets, and doorknobs with more contemporary fixtures. Consider adding simple tile backsplash to the kitchen. Landscaping cleanup. This is another bolded one that I'm recommending no matter what, especially in this market. It is landscaping and curb appeal can go a long way. And that can be pretty simple. Mowing, edging, trimming, and new mulch. What I recommend often is power wash, a good power wash, especially after a long winter. you're going to have some, you know, mold, mildew kind of build up on the side of your home that doesn't get as much sun. And then the deep cleaning throughout, I'm going to recommend that no matter what. Again, decluttering, depersonalizing, exterior cleanup, and a deep clean throughout, it's going to go a long way, and it's relatively low effort. And repair any obvious defects, a fogged window, a water leak, I would say 100%. You want to take care of that. A fogged window in this market, it's going to sell no matter what. So that's another one of those that I may recommend that in a different market, but now it's going to be overlooked. Stage your home with a professional staging company. I do recommend this for vacant homes, and I do have a really awesome staging company, and I've seen her prove her value tenfold. So that would be something that I would recommend as well. And then just another little tidbit here for the pulls and the handles on the cabinet drawers and the knobs, faucets, fixtures. You want to go with the brushed nickel or oil rubbed bronze, or popular choices. And of course, again, if you are in the South Jersey area, please ask us for contractor and stager recommendations. Okay, so I did see another question come in. If I'm a buyer, how do I find a good deal in the seller's market? Woof, another good question. And there is no good answer for it. I'm finding sellers who maybe have the opportunity to sell it off market are choosing not to. So in a different market, you may get a deal simply by saying, oh, I know somebody who's selling before they put it on the market. Maybe I'll make that introduction, but there's nothing in it for them. For a seller in this market where there's no inventory and a ton of buyers, sellers understand that, you know, they want to go ahead and go out there on the open market, have everyone outbid each other and see what they can get. So deals, it would have to be in disrepair, to be honest. There's just too many buyers out there, or I mean, you might get lucky and introduce yourself to, someone who lives in the neighborhood who knows someone that's buying, and they just want to offload it. I mean, that's really, if you get lucky, you can find opportunities out there. But 9 times out of 10, I'm seeing they'll just list it and put it out there and get other buyers to overbid, and then they'll just see what they can get. They have nothing to lose, honestly, by doing that.